So, tech error was not paying enough attention to the battery on the GoPro. GoPro died, so we are pivoting here.
Yep.
Thank God for technology, and we're going now live from the cell phone. So, if you missed the first part of this video, it is live on the Facebook page. If you were watching the other video and you got cut out,
We're back.
We're back, and we're here, and we look different because obviously the cell phone's got to be vertical.
Yeah, we're
so
up close and personal. No social distancing there.
yeah, nothing happening there. So clearly a fail on my part, but I think we were wrapping up as we. Where were we right in those conversations?
So we're talking about showings. I think you were going to talk about what the standards are for showings and what that looks like, kind of what agents are required to do, and what people, what that experience looks like if you are going to go look at a home right now.
Yeah. So again, I think as we're getting into that, I think consumer confidence is up for the most part. That people want to be out and about. They're feeling confident that they can afford to get into that home that they were looking for. They're not as concerned about the impact potentially for their job. And again, this is as a whole, not segmented down for everybody feels this way, but this is consumer confidence as a whole. So that's a good sign. The restrictions in what's happening in the, with the real estate is that, one, we've got to have masks and gloves available pretty much anytime I'm at a property. Was stopping by a property earlier today to put a sign in a lockbox, gloves, face mask on, had a good conversation through the face mask with the seller as this house is getting ready to come up on the market. But another big thing is the requirement to clean and disinfect between every showing.
Yep.
So this is something that the is being taken very serious, and they're being sensitive to what the consumer needs to see or have in order to feel healthy with everything that's going on. So it can still be done. It's done under strict guidelines for the showings.
They're also they're suggesting 2 to 3 people in the home at a time. So
yeah, really just
can't bring everyone and your mother.
Yeah, limiting really to decision makers. If it's a spouse, there's 2 folks that are buying. You and I are looking to buy a house. We're going to go see.
Yep.
We're not bringing our son. We're not bringing our parents. We're not bringing other folks that might be attached to it or would want to see it. We're going to limit that. And there's no overlapping showings either, which is making it interesting just from a scheduling perspective. So technology has really been our friend through a lot of this with some cool technology like the 3D Matterport, which basically creates a video game tour of the home. So you can look up, down, do a 360. You can go really at your pace with it.
Yeah, very
cool.
Cool.
What else are you seeing? Are you hoping for, looking for out of the market as we move forward? Now, again, I'm not looking for projections as to what the market will be. We don't have a crystal ball.
Yeah.
But just curious what you're looking forward to seeing the numbers for moving forward.
Yeah, I think something else promising as far as April numbers is that our days on market was down 35% year over year. So obviously there were less listings, there were less sold, but the people that were out were serious. So I think that's a really great sign. But obviously, as we mentioned with the showings, that's a leading indicator. So people are out there looking. I've talked to you, I've talked to a few other agents and just people in the industry, and the market has picked up. People are seeing multiple offers, lots of interest in these properties. So from the standpoint of a seller, it's like, well, is anyone really wanting to buy homes right now? Well, 24,000 people went looking, or not necessarily 24,000 people, but there's a ton of showings happening. There's a ton of activity. So don't have a crystal ball, but that is a great indicator that we'll continue to see that delayed spring selling season that people have been hopeful for. On the flip side of that, if you're a buyer, interest rates are still low. We've been talking about this for a while. Yeah. So yes, there are more people looking, but it's still a great time because you're getting more for your money. So I think, again, we say this a lot, but everyone's situation is different. So is it a great time? yes, maybe. But there's some promising things that would lead you to believe that, okay, if your situation allows for it, and if the numbers line up in your scenario, the market is going to support you. So I think that is pretty promising for us. And just, we'll see in another month what happens. So it's uncharted territory for all of us.
Well, again, I think it comes down to the reason that I love going through this with you every month is because it creates the story, right? The numbers always tell a story. What that story is kind of depends on what's happening in the world, right? It's part of the story, not the entire story. Yet, if we're paying attention to the numbers, we know how many buyers are going through and searching in a particular price point in a particular area. So we know what to expect. We can look at the past on some level, look what's currently happened as to predict what's happening in the future, what we need to do. The collapse that happened in 2008, there were indicators, there was information years before that that led up to that. So as we watch the numbers, they're going to tell us, how do we proceed? How do we move forward? What does this look like for our clients? Yep. Because again, I want to go off of what the numbers say. I never want to go off of, well, I feel like it should be this or that. So love having these reviews. And in particular, if there's information, stats, or numbers that you guys want to see, let us know what it is that you want to hear, what you want us to dive into a little bit deeper, because this is information we want to provide for you. And truth be told, I enjoy doing it.
Yeah. Well, and hopefully if I hear this saying in this very uncertain time, but in this very uncertain time, we hope that this gives you a little bit of a roadmap. So if it is a good time for you to buy or sell, you know what to expect. You know what that looks like going in, because if you're anything like me, that the uncertainty is the worst part. So hopefully this gives you a little peek into, instead of just what ifing everything. But again, if you have specific questions or just want to know on this or any other real estate topics, we're definitely here to help.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, again, thanks for those that transitioned with us from the other video to this video. As we went, battery died on the GoPro, go to the cell phone. And if you didn't catch the first part of the video, it is on Facebook Live. You can jump back and check that out on our Facebook page. Anyway, we look forward to next month. We're going to do these again consistently. What's happening with the market, just to keep an update. So good news, bad news. We're always going to give you the news as we know it, as it relates to the real estate market.
Well, we'll see you in June, and hopefully we'll be at the pool.
Not live from
Not
the
live,
pool.
no.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. No, we'll hopefully spend some time at the pool. So anyway, again, appreciate y'all tuning in. If there's anything I can do to serve, please reach out, let me know. Thanks, y'all.
Have a good day.